Now we're going to talk about generating leads. Who wants to generate leads for free? Say aye.
Aye.
Good. Okay. Folks, we are in the lead generation business, okay? We're not in the selling real estate business. We're not in the, oh, I've got a nice dog and I've got integrity and people are going to do business with me because I'm nice. No, you're in the lead generation business. Every day when you wake up, you got to think about, how am I going to generate more business? How am I going to get in front of people? How am I going to speak to more people? And it's really, it's a numbers game, and lead generation is a full contact sport, okay? The point is, though, is that we've got to be intentional with all of our communication and contacts in our lives, okay? And so why I do the 5 cards with anyone that ever serves me, and by the way, the service is terrible, you know what? That's okay. Maybe they're having a bad day. Who knows what's going on in their lives? Love on them and bless them. Big tip, 5 business cards. And the question we ask is always this to whoever's serving you. Hey, are you currently investing in your home or do you rent?
That's right.
What is it? Are you renting or are you investing in your home?
Investing in home.
Are you rent? Okay. If I could show you a way that you could leverage that equity and buy some other property, would you be open to exploring that opportunity?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's get together. What's your number? Okay. And so when you convert people in the service industry, either he owns the home, oftentimes they won't own the home, but they make great income. And you say, now tell me you're renting. Hey, Dan, if I could show you a way to, are you currently investing in your home or are you renting?
Renting.
Okay. And if I could show you a way to convert that rental payment into a home ownership payment, would you be open to exploring that with me?
Yep.
Okay, great. Well, when can we get together? Maybe next Thursday or Saturday morning better?
Saturday morning.
Okay, perfect. So you start converting people in the service industry to home ownership. You have an army of advocates, folks. You have people that will be bringing, hey, call the bartender. Hey, call the busboy. Well, the busboy just immigrated from Bangladesh and he's got 400,000 sitting in the bank. Okay, folks, we don't know what people's stories are. And I'm telling you, I have worked with multimillionaires that look like they're friggin' homeless, okay? Driving Pontiac Acadian. I got one guy, he owns over 100 doors. He drives a Pontiac Acadian from the 80s, okay? And wears hush puppies and cords, okay? And not cool cords, like the old school cords, you know? So my point is that be intentional about those conversations and always be loving on those people in service and always ask them, hey, are you currently investing in your home or are you renting? And if they're investing, they own it. Say, if I could show you a way to leverage your equity where you could get involved in other homes and investment real estate, would you be open to exploring that idea? And if they're renting, if I could convert that rent payment into a monthly mortgage payment, you'd be open to exploring that, wouldn't you? And the key, and people say, oh, well, we know they won't qualify. Well, get them to your mortgage specialist first and foremost so that they can get pre-approved, and then so you're dealing with a qualified prospect. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing I want you to do, who goes to drive-through, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Make sure you always tip the drive-through people well. They get 5 cards, and also pay it forward and buy the people behind you, okay? And leave 5 cards for them. Do you know how many deals we generate just by doing that? Guys, you're making someone's day, and I don't care. Oh my gosh, the bill was $47. You know what? The bigger the bill, the more they're going to remember you and the more they're going to talk about it. Okay? So pay it forward. Very big thing. Next thing to do is go to Starbucks or Tim Hortons. And by the way, these are some hacks that cost a little bit of money, but I'll tell you now, you can 10x the investment so quickly. Go to Starbucks, go to Tim Hortons, go to the manager or the front desk and say, okay, for the next hour, everybody's drink and food is on me. Give them your credit card. And sit there and say, but they have to come by and say hi to me once they bought their food and they got their food. So the people will come, they'll go, wow, that's amazing. You know what? Thank you so much. That's great. And you let them know, hey, listen, we're in the business of representing people in real estate transactions. Do you know of anyone looking to buy or sell real estate that could benefit from my services? Okay. So being intentional, being very intentional. Okay. Next thing, let's talk about open houses. And this was a hack I shared on Instagram, and I can't believe the feedback we got on it, but everybody's always complaining about, we're having an open house, and, people come and they don't slow down and they're in and out and they don't want to sign in and this and that. So what we do is we do the ceramic cup hot beverage. Who saw that Instagram post that we ran on the hot, you saw it? Okay, yeah, awesome. So we have a hot coffee or a hot tea and we serve it in ceramic cups. People think, oh, okay, sure, you got cups and yeah, why? Well, we serve it in the ceramic cups because people aren't going to leave the open house with someone else's cup. Got it? So it slows the prospect down and it allows you to have a better quality of conversation with that prospect at your open house. And it slows them down, gets them engaged. Okay. So really, really good stuff with that. Okay. All right, let's go. We got a lot of stuff to cover here. And by the way, this is interactive, so please feel free to ask any questions during the presentation. Obviously, we touched on that information. So what do we got? We need to embrace relationship-based strategies to replace paid leads. So everybody's paying paid leads, and paid leads are fantastic. You're anywhere from 1 average to 6% conversion. But I'll tell you, quality conversations are much, much higher. Okay, over 50%. So you want to build a referral network by cultivating raving fans. How do you cultivate raving fans? Number one, how many people bird dog or send someone a referral gift when someone gives you a referral? Say aye. Aye. Okay, perfect. Most people send that referral, the gift, upon completion of the transaction. I want you to flip the thinking and flip the narrative in terms of how you do that. I want you to now reward intent. Meaning that when someone sends you a referral, you're not gonna, 94 days later, they get the bottle of wine or the keg gift certificate. No, you're gonna drive to them and meet them that day, time permitting, and you're gonna give them an amazing gift, okay? Because what you're doing is you are cementing intent and you are cementing their advocacy for you, that you are the person they're gonna do business with. Because here's the reality, folks. 90 days down the road, they don't even remember. They don't remember. It's like, oh yeah, oh well, I got the bottle of wine. That's great. You send me a referral today, Dan. I'm at your place with a $200 bottle of wine. What are you going to do? You're going to remember me big time. Okay? So reward the intent. And then people say, well, what if people are just sending you referrals to get gifts? You know what? So be it. That's on them. You're going to convert some of those leads. So reward intent and don't wait for outcome. All right? Gain actionable steps to prioritize people over platforms. So again, it's about engagement. How many people here are a Toastmaster or attend Toastmasters? Say aye. 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 Okay, perfect. Toastmasters is probably one of the best paths of self-actualization, self-improvement in the world. And it costs, what's it cost here? $100 a year? 200 a year? About 250. Okay. So Toastmasters is a public speaking form. Well, guess what, folks? When you're going to work on your presentation skills with other professionals, who else do you think is doing that? Consultants, lawyers, doctors, business people, professionals, sales executives, chartered accountants. So it puts you in a room of people that are working on their skills. And guess what they're going to ask you? You know what happens every time. How's the real estate market? Oh, no. Yeah, you guys make too much money, right? My point is that you now have a captive audience of people that you can refer and do business with while you're working on being the best version of yourself, okay? So if you're not a Toastmaster, join Toastmasters. Don't talk about real estate. They're going to come to you. They're going to say, hey, how's the market? What do you think I can sell my house for? I just bought it, or I'm being posted this or that. And it's unbelievable how much business comes from the Toastmasters. And again, you're killing two birds with one stone because you're working on your presentation skills as well. Make sense, everyone? Okay. Who here has read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? Say aye. Aye. Okay. Everybody write this down. Read that book. Okay? Read that book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Mindset is everything. Okay? And so you want to program yourself that, again, you can deal with no and understand that when someone says no to you, they're not saying no. They're saying, I don't K-N-O-W enough to say yes. So provide me with the information that is in the best interest of myself and my family moving forward. So every no is not no, it's I don't know enough. Provide me with that information. And if we come from a position of servitude and abundance, it's not being manipulative. It's being powerfully persuasive in the best interests of our clients. How many, Justin, when someone calls you, do you give them 3 referrals or is it 1 for a professional? Do you have 1 home inspector or is it 3?
3.
Okay. Justin?
Oh, me. Justin. Yeah, 3.
3? Okay. How many people give 1? I know you're supposed to by law, but how many people give 1 referral? Okay. It's recorded. Yeah, no, I got you. But I got you. So here's the reality. Again, folks, this is not a compliance class, okay? So make sure everything we do is comply with your local real estate councils, associations, boards, commissions, and associations, as well as all things your brokerages, and TNCL compliant as well. My point is, though, is that as a fiduciary, it's one. It's always one. All the top producers have the call my lawyer, call my accountant, here's the inspector, here's the person. You may have some that you'll go to if they're not available, but the fiduciary who's, putting their client's best interest and has the relationship with the great pros goes to those pros that know they're going to get a great predictable outcome for their client and they're going to be looked after properly. Okay. So yes, I know we have to give 3 referrals, but you guys know what I mean. So big part of it. All right. So why stop buying leads? So it reduces costs by focusing on organic relationship-driven growth. Increase trust and credibility through referrals and build a sustainable business model based on loyalty. When you are known as the person that sends people gifts or on trips for crazy referrals, folks, I had a referral send me a $10 million listing and I sent them on a trip to Turks and Caicos for a week before the deal closed. And people thought, whoa, you're nuts. I also chartered a helicopter for the listing, and we brought in a bunch of the top realtors across the Pacific Northwest. My point is, though, is that referral that I sent to Turks and Caicos, how many deals do you think I got from them by doing that? It cost me $8,000. It's a lot of money. I probably got half a dozen transactions from that one deal. Plus, we ended up double-ending the $10 million place. The place didn't close. The buyer was, and there's a video on it, by the way, on YouTube. I can share it with you. The deal doesn't close, and the buyer had given a great big deposit, and the seller said, okay, well, listen. And the buyer said, you can have the deposit. We'll split the deposit. So the buyer actually paid us, the seller paid us half the commission on it as a sign of good faith on an $8,000 investment, and it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. So my point is that be generous and be intentional, okay? And then you can gain freedom from expensive lead platforms. So building your raving fans, identify your audience for referrals, obviously. We know that. Your church, your place of worship, great place to do business as well. Okay, so again, not asking people for business, but just being there, being intentional, serving, showing up, creating memorable client experiences. Who here has client parties? Say aye. Okay, amazing. Client parties. How do they work for you, Justin?
Really well. Really well. They'll bring a friend, and then it's just easy referrals from there on out.
Exactly, right? So investing some money, investing some time in your community, in your group, and it pays tremendous dividends. And obviously, follow-up is everything. Big hack. Always cut follow-up time in half on everything. So when you're talking to a prospect and they say, you know what, Phil, thank you very much for reaching out. That's great. I really appreciate the follow-up. But we're not planning on making a move, in the next 3 to 6 months. We're thinking more like next year, maybe mid-July. You just say, hey, that's great. Thank you. Cut the follow-up time in half always. Because you know what happens? You talk to that seller and, it's not mid-July, it's March. You have them in your feedback system for mid-July, and you're driving around in March. And what do you see? Oh, Jimmy Joe's sign out front. Why? Because things change. Things always change. So cut your follow-up times in half all the time. Who uses a CRM here? Say aye. Okay. What's the best CRM in the world? That's right, the one you use. Use a CRM, whether it's Outlook, whether it's Google Contacts, whether it's Follow-Up Boss, KV Core, Bold Trail, Sierra Interactive. There's guys, the technology we're in now is amazing. Just make sure you're using something. Use one CRM or multiple if you're a team. Okay. Who'd like to do a sphere of influence call? This kind of plays into our prospecting part, but a sphere of influence reach out call with me just for fun in terms of you can be the prospect and I'll be the agent calling you for a reach out. A client that I haven't talked to in forever. Okay, let's do it. Come on. What's your name?
Zach.
Zach, come on up, buddy. Welcome. Good to see you. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Zach?
Yeah. That's me.
Hey, it's Phil from eXp. How are you?
Sorry, who?
Phil from eXp Realty.
Oh, you were with the Red Company before, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we moved over to another company. Yeah. Hey, listen, I was just thinking about you, and We hadn't talked in forever, and I know that when we represented you on the sale of your home and the purchase of your new home, you were texting me all the time, calling me all the time, and emailing me, and I haven't heard from you since. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, things are going pretty good. We've been settling now for a little bit, so
Yeah, fantastic. And are you happy with your home?
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, awesome. You know it's gone up in value tremendously, right?
Really?
Absolutely. It's unbelievable. Listen, I'd love to give you a free equity checkup. Can give you tips on what to do to sell for the most amount of money, and it's free of charge. Would you be open to getting together?
Yeah, let me talk to my wife first.
Well, this is the $1 billion close. Hey, Zach, I appreciate that. Why don't we go ahead and book a tentative appointment? And should there be any challenges with your wife's schedule, you can get back to me. Is Saturday at 3 okay, or would Sunday at 2 be better?
I like Sunday at 2.
I look forward to seeing you then. So that's the point. Reach out. And what you do is you flip the narrative and you say, like, I dropped the ball because I wasn't following up with Zach for 2 years. And so I put it on him as a joke, kind of, hey, listen, when we did the deal, you're calling me, you're texting me all the time, and then I don't hear from you. So there you go. Put your hands together for Zach. You're ready. Let's go. Woo! Keep your database fresh and your CRM fresh. Keep it fresh, keep it clean, and remember that the best players and the best clients get the best leads, get the best rewards. Remember that as well. So it's not a democracy. We are running businesses for profit. Systematizing the process. So you want to create consistent touch points throughout the transaction. Obviously, use gifts and notes to celebrate key milestones. Again, rewarding intent, guys, is a game changer. So reward the intent and try it out. And try it out with something small if you're not comfortable, your budget constraints or whatever. But you will see a very big difference in the amount of referral outflow you will get from your clients and friends and family. Simplify the processes for both buyers and sellers, and obviously automate where possible to save time and energy. Folks, AI is absolutely freaking incredible. There have been 3 major innovations in technology in the last 50 years. Number 1 is the personal computer, number 2 is the internet, and number 3 is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not going to replace you, okay? So don't worry about that. It's not happening. In fact, and I was just talking to an agent here today about this, there's so much noise out there right now that it's kind of scary. Like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? Here's the deal. The proven salespeople that have great lead generation skills and are going back to the basics and the foundational stuff are the ones that are winning the game. So this is very much a relational people business. Work on those skills. You'll always be fine. Here's my caveat though. AI will not replace you, but people using AI most definitely will. Okay. So if you don't embrace and, grab the technology and get used to it, it's kind of like doing offers without the internet. I mean, you can kind of do it, I guess, but the reality is that it's much better. It's much more streamlined. So AI is not replacing you, but agents that are using AI at some point in time definitely will. Okay. So just be cognizant and aware of that. Power of authenticity. So be genuine in your interactions and communication. Share your story and connect on a personal level. Facts tell, stories sell. Okay, so you'll notice when I came up, I want to tell my story, my background, because it kind of adds a bit of color and some life and some authenticity to who's up here speaking, right? Focus on relationships, not transactions. If the relationships are tight and intact, the transactions will come, okay? And let your personality shine to build trust and rapport. Be authentic, be yourself. We all do videos, we do all this stuff on social, and I don't know, do you ever put a video out there that you don't think is going to be great and it gets all kinds of traction?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And then you put one that you've had the best team put together and it's amazing, and then it's like it's a dud, right? So authenticity sells and is real, okay? So be you. There's only one of you, okay? So putting it all together, commit to shifting from lead buying to relationship building. You want to implement one strategy to build referrals and a main strategy. Stay consistent and authentic in all interactions and reach out for support and resource to stay on track. And that's so important. Text follow-up. By the way, who's using text video? Say aye. Text video. Okay. Challenge you all, send text videos to your clients. Okay. And it can be as simple as, let's do one now. Okay.
Twice.
So this will be a seller that we just met with, and We really enjoy the relationship and seeing them. They have a beautiful home, okay? And I would just do something like this. Hey, Jennifer and Jim, it's Phil, and I just wanted to thank you so much for your time this afternoon. You have a beautiful home and an amazing family, and we look forward to getting it sold fast for top dollar with the least amount of hassle and helping you with your relocation needs to Toronto as well. So look forward to talking to you next week. Have a great weekend, and again, thanks for the opportunity. Folks, that carries so much weight, okay? And you send those text messages to your seller clients after you meet with them, your existing clients, your new leads, your buyer clients. It creates authenticity and separates you from the rank amateur, okay? Again, the noise that's out there. And don't use some tool or this or that. Just create a video on your phone and, and send that out, okay? So thank you very much. This is section 1 of our presentation. Here's my information. Again, we touched on, lead generation, that we're really in the lead generation business and not in the real estate space, but in the lead generation space. And so to have disciplined and focused lead generation efforts on a daily basis is what separates the rank amateur from the professionals. And so I encourage people to have that penciled in at least 4 to 5 days a week, ideally from 9 a.m. until 11 or 12 p.m., outbound new lead generation focus. Now, that's not following up with existing leads. It's not following up with your database or past client sphere of influence. The sphere of influence it can be in terms of new reach outs, but it's looking for fresh new opportunities and consistently doing so, okay? And that's why prospecting is paramount to any successful real estate business. Most successful real estate businesses, if not all, are prospecting based and marketing enhanced, okay? And so just keep that in mind, that you are very much in the prospecting game. All right, so why prospecting matters. So it maximizes your productivity, obviously with focused prospecting. You build momentum for consistent lead gen, reduce stress by simplifying your approach, and connect with more prospects in less time. And so what happens is that if we're not lead generating and doing that outbound new client acquisition or hunting for that business, we tend to feel a sense of urgency and angst and anxiety because we know we're not doing what we should be doing, which is the most important, highest dollar producing activity in the real estate game, is that focused lead generation, okay? So 3 pillars of prospecting. Speed, obviously you've got to work efficiently and eliminate wasted time. Energy, you need to bring enthusiasm to every transaction. And so when you're making your calls and your outbound call campaigns, you need to be standing up and you need to be smiling. Smile when you dial, okay? Stand up. Attention goes where energy flows. And so when you're standing up and you're making those calls, even have a mirror near you so that when you're making your calls, you can see your face and you can see your reaction, okay? Sit-stand desks. Who has a sit-stand desk? Anyone? Okay, those are fantastic. You can get them at Costco, literally $100, $200, and they are fantastic. And the rule of thumb is you want to sit 2 hours and stand every hour. So for every 2 hours sitting, stand 1 hour, okay? And some people really dial it in and they have the treadmill standing desks where you're on the treadmill while you're making your calls. And so you're getting your 10,000 steps in, okay? Personalization, make every contact feel meaningful. You'll notice, folks, that when I call and when I do an outreach, I never ask, hey, can I speak to Dan, please? No, it's, let's role play up. Let's do who would like to see a follow-up on an internet lead in terms of how best to deal with an internet lead when it comes in, whether it's buyer, seller, whatever. Who'd like to see one of those? Say aye. Aye. Awesome. Okay, so Dan, why don't you be the prospect? Come on up. Or does anyone else, would anyone like to volunteer to be the prospect? So here's the scenario. We have an online lead that was just come in, and we're following up with that online lead, okay? And so you're gonna be the lead. I don't know whether you're a buyer or seller, and we'll just play it by ear. And how do I spell your first name again?
Norma.
Norma. Okay, Norma. Let's put your hands together for Norma, everybody. Okay, Norma. I'm not gonna bite you. Come on over here. Go. All right. Okay. So you're the prospect. I'm calling you. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Norma.
Yes.
Hey, this is Phil from eXp Realty. How are you?
Who?
Phil from eXp Realty. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Hey, I saw you were on our home search site, and I'm just calling to see, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Oh, we're just thinking about it.
Fantastic. And are you currently investing in your home or do you rent?
Invest safe.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. And did you want to sell your home first or would you like to buy a new home first?
Not sure.
Well, I'd love to offer you a complimentary market evaluation on your home, Norma. I can give you tips on what to do and more importantly, what not to do to sell in today's market. It's free of charge and obligates you to nothing. Does that sound helpful?
Oh, I can get that off the internet.
I appreciate that. There's a lot of things you can get off the internet, but a proper value for your home isn't one of them.
Well, it says I can get it off the internet.
I understand. Is the internet going to come to your house and take a look at it?
No.
Exactly. We'll all do that. And again, there's absolutely no obligation, and it's complimentary. Are you available this evening around 6 o'clock or maybe Saturday at 10?
Neither of those days. I have hockey on the weekend, and I got to check with my hubby, Zach.
No, I appreciate that. That's great. And are you playing hockey yourself?
No, the kids are playing hockey.
Oh, so you're shuttling them to and from games.
Yeah, I'm busy with that.
That's fantastic. So are weekdays better for you?
Yeah, weeknights.
Weeknights? Okay. And is middle of the week or early week better for you?
It depends about dancing with the kids too.
I appreciate that. Sounds like you've got a full dance card, no pun intended.
I got a dance card and Halloween, and I have 3 children.
That's amazing. What a blessing. Why don't we go ahead and pencil something in for, say, Tuesday, early evening around 6 o'clock, or maybe Wednesday at 7? What's better?
Wednesday at 7 is better.
Why don't we go ahead and we'll make it tentative to you chatting with your husband. If there's any challenges, you can get back to me. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, fantastic. And Norma, one more question. When we sell your home, will you be staying in the area or moving out of the area?
Staying in the area.
Perfect. Applauso for Norma. How was that? Do another one, yeah. So my point with that, folks, by the way, here's a very, very powerful close, and it's an assumptive close. When I asked Norma, when we sell your home, will you be staying in the area or moving out of the area? She said, we're staying in the area. Guess what? She's subconsciously agreed to work with us. Now it's just a question of finalizing the details. That's how powerful words are, folks. So keep in mind, okay? All right. Why don't we do another internet lead follow-up? How's that sound? Because that's, we generate a few leads here online. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Zach?
Yes.
This is Phil. How are you?
Phil, who?
Yeah, Phil from eXp. I noticed you're on the home search site, and I'm just following up with you. How's it going?
Good. I don't really remember that, though.
Yeah, you were on there about 2 minutes ago. Speed to lead, folks, within 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, are you currently investing in your home or do you rent?
I'm renting right now.
Oh, fantastic. Zach, let me ask you, if I could show you a way that we could convert your rent payment into a home ownership payment, you'd be open to exploring that, wouldn't you?
Does ODSP cover my mortgage?
Oh,
Absolutely. Well, listen, we've got an amazing lender partner that can get you qualified with amazing terms and all that. Is it okay if I have them reach out to you?
Sure.
Yeah, fantastic. And listen, Zach, would you like me to send you a hot list of properties that'll match your buying criteria? Our hot list includes any bank foreclosures, distressed sales and company-owned properties, and it's free of charge, and of course obligates you nothing. Does that sound helpful?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so when can we get together and take down exactly what it is you're looking for? I can maybe meet you later on this afternoon or sometime Saturday morning.
I'm free anytime.
So what we're going to want to do here, folks, is we want our lending partner to get in touch with Zach right away to get the qualification in place before we meet. How's Saturday morning, say 11 o'clock?
I was 3 p.m. because that's when I wake up.
You know what, Zach? Listen, I want to honor your rest, so let's do 3 o'clock, okay? And I can meet you at the country style, or would you prefer the Tim Hortons on Regent?
Either one, dude.
Country style, it is, buddy. And Jennifer, our lending partner, will be in touch with you. Zach, she's going to have every chartered bank, trust company, credit union, okay, mortgage investment company, A, B, C, D, even the E lenders competing for your business, and it'll cost you nothing. How does that sound?
Is she single?
Yeah. You'll have to ask her that, Zach. I'm not sure, but she's a lovely lady, and we like to keep it professional as much as we can. But you guys can have that discussion. How's that sound? Sounds great. Awesome. She'll be in touch with you. Okay. Applauso for Zach. Well, whatever the case is, you want to treat them with the utmost integrity, and you want to treat whether it's a $15,000 mobile home buyer or a $7 million seller the same way always. Take them seriously, walk them through the process, have them, if you maybe have some questions pertaining to their credit or their capacity to purchase a new home financially, then you want your lending partner to do that and help with the qualification process. But you do want to treat them seriously because, folks, I'm telling you, I've taken people from being on social services to home ownership and multiple door home ownership, and they become fans for life, okay? True fans for life. So you want to treat them with the utmost integrity, and again, just treat them like a real buyer or seller, okay? Always, 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 okay? So who would like to see, by the way, we have a role play session every Thursday. So if anyone's interested in doing this type of role play with me, I have a session in eXp World. It's open to all. You don't have to be with us. And it's Thursday mornings at 12 noon Eastern time. And it's about a half-hour session. And we do, who's been to our role play session? Okay, we got one here. Okay, we got two. Okay, we got a couple. We cover everything. Again, it's a safe environment, folks. I'll tell you something. I fumble more than anyone else does making the calls, but I just keep making the calls, right? So really good scenarios. And as well, if you're interested in any of the scripts that we cover in terms of for sale by owner scripts, online lead generation and lead follow-up scripts, expired listings, sphere of influence reach outs, we've got hundreds and hundreds of scripts, an amazing package. So you can just message me and we'll happily share those with you via email as well. But I'm going to show you, and if you don't have a chance, by the way, to make it to our role play clinic, or you want to role play, who is using GPT or Claude, or let's see a rate show of hands who's using AI right now. Okay. Do you know that you can role play with your AI? Has anyone done that? Fantastic, Zach. Okay, I'm going to do one, okay? Now, here's the cool thing with AI. You can prompt it. What most people don't realize is that you've actually got the best sales trainers in the world and sales coaches at your fingertips now, right here, all the time at no charge. Now, let me show you how it works, okay? Good morning. I'd like you to assume the persona and perspective of Chris Voss, Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone, as well as Zig Ziglar and Tom Hopkins in terms of alternative choice closes and just very powerfully persuasive script role play. And I'm going to be the prospect, and I'm going to ask you, you're going to call me to sell my home as a circle prospecting call for leveraging an existing listing in a hot community. So I want you to make that call to me, and I appreciate you for everything you do. You're amazing.
Absolutely, Phil. I'd be happy to jump into that persona mix for you. So let's imagine you've got Chris Voss's tactical empathy, Brian Tracy's smooth confidence, Grant Cardone's energy, and a dash of Zig Ziglar and Tom Hopkins' charm all rolled in. Here's how I might kick off that call to you as a prospect. Hey there, Phil. This is your friendly neighborhood real estate pro calling. My name's Phil. I don't want to take too much of your time. You know, in this market, homes in your area are hotter than a Geelong barbecue. And I wanted to give you a quick heads up on a fantastic opportunity. Now, I get it. You might not have been thinking about selling, but as Chris Voss would say, let's just explore the possibility together. No pressure, just a conversation. And like Brian Tracy always recommends, the best decisions are made when you have all the info. So here's the deal. We've got a listing just around the corner from you that's drawing a ton of interest. Grant Cardone style. I'm thinking big. We can leverage that buzz to get your home seen and sold at a stellar price, if that's something you'd consider. And hey, in the spirit of Zig Ziglar and Tom Hopkins, I'm not here to push you, just to offer you two great options. We could chat for 10 minutes and see if this fits your goals, or I can just send you a bit of info to consider at your leisure. Totally your call. How does that sound?
I need to check with my wife. I don't know. You seem pretty aggressive.
Absolutely, Phil. I totally hear you. And hey, no worries at all. You know, one thing Chris Voss would say is, let's just slow it out and keep it comfortable. I'm definitely not here to rush you. If you need to chat with your wife, please do. This is all about you and more timing. And as Brian Tracy would remind us, the best decisions are made without any pressure. So I'm just here to give you the info. Whenever you and your wife are ready, we can take the next step or not. Totally up to you. So no stress and no rush. And thanks for letting me know how you feel.
Thank you. So here's my point. You've got access to this if any of you are using any sort of type of AI to do these role play sessions, and you can actually have it assume the persona and the identity of the top sales trainers in the world. Same with top coaches, whether it be Tony Robbins or Alice Hermosi or those individuals. So just unbelievable tools, and again, just one of the key benefits of working with AI. So tools to accelerate your prospecting. So obviously we discussed CRM, very, very kosher, need to have that. DNCL, duh. So before attempting any outbound call campaigns, do make sure that you're DNCL compliant. Your brokerages usually have access to the lists, and DNCL is the do not call list, okay? Pre-designed scripts for efficiency. Obviously, we will share all of our scripts with you. Just send me a message and we'll get those off to you. And then metrics tracking to refine your approach. I also have a call tracking software and sheet that we've compiled, and it's really, really easy to use. It's got the amount of attempts, the amount of contacts, the amount of leads, start time, and end time, so you can actually track your outbound lead generation, okay? So the power of follow-up. Most deals happen after the 5th contact. So again, the power of persistence and consistency, right? Kind of. Using automation, obviously, for timely follow-ups, personalized messages, keep prospects engaged. So that's where your your text, video texts come in, okay? They really separate you in the field versus your colleagues. And then track, obviously, and scale responses to refine your approach. So common prospecting challenges I hear. I don't have enough time. Obviously, as I said, use time blocking. The best time of day to do your prospecting is usually 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. And the reason why is that that's when you're most fresh, and that's when you can focus on your highest dollar producing activity, and you have the most energy to deal with that business energy, which is outbound lead generation. I feel I'm motivated to focus on small wins to build momentum. So any conversation that someone has with you, consider that a small win. Any conversation, if someone doesn't hang up on you. And by the way, if someone hangs up on you and they're rude, that's on them, okay? Maybe send them a gift card to Starbucks or something. Okay, hey, listen, it sounds like you're having a bad day. Here's a gift card on me, $20 at Starbucks, okay? So prospects aren't responding. Refine your script and approach. And I hate rejection. Reframe it as part of the process. I love to use baseball as an analogy because the best baseball players in the world fail 70% of the time. So if you're failing 70% of the time, that puts you in the top 0.001% of professional baseball players. So if you reframe the failure, it's a non-issue, okay? So building confidence in prospecting, obviously script practice is key, okay? Role play scenarios, again, we've discussed that in terms of you're welcome to come to my clinic Thursdays, 12 noon Eastern time. Celebrate the small wins to boost morale and focus on the value you bring to every conversation. The habit of prospecting, and touching on that. So you want to stay focused on progress, not perfection. Embrace no of the process, and we've already taught you and shared with you in terms of how to reframe no. And again, every no gets you closer to a yes. And when someone says no, they're not saying no to you. They're saying, I don't KNOW enough to say yes. Provide me with the information to make a yes-based decision that is the best interest of myself and my family moving forward. Prioritize energy and enthusiasm. And remember, every call is a learning opportunity. So again, tracking is so paramount. So track daily activity, calls, emails, and follow-ups. Measure your response rates to your approach. Focus on conversion rates for actionable insights and use data to identify trends and optimize strategies. So put it all together. So you combine speed, energy, and personalization for maximum impact. You want to stick to a consistent daily prospecting routine. Use tools and metrics to refine your approach. And focus on relationships, not just transactions. Remember, these are people's homes. For most of us, it's our single largest investment. So treat it that way. Take it seriously. Okay? Taking massive action. So commit to a daily prospecting routine. If anyone wants accountability, by the way, I have no problem in holding you accountable. You can send me your daily call sheets and I'll give you feedback on it, okay? Implement one new strategy from day one. I was talking to some gentlemen at the back, and when you come to a conference or a session, and if you hear someone saying, oh yeah, it's the stuff I've already heard before. Yeah, no, I've heard everything. There's nothing new. Guess what? Because there's no secret. The secret's hard work and showing up, okay? There's really no secret. It's hard work. Track your progress and refine as you go. Sorry. And focus on, hold on a sec here. And focus on building relationships for long-term success. Again, we are in the people business and we're in the relationship business. Okay. And that's it, everybody. So we're with integrity, a little bit over, 15 minutes over, but I want to thank you all again for being here. It was an absolute pleasure and privilege seeing everybody, and this is very dear to me because this is where I grew up. So thanks everybody for coming out, and I hope you had some good value. Okay, take care.